So you've finally gathered all your documents, filled out every single form, triple-checked everything, and mailed off your petition to USCIS. You breathe a huge sigh of relief, right? But then a new feeling starts to creep in. The waiting. What exactly is happening behind the scenes? What's next? Today, we're going to demystify the entire process step by step, from the moment USCIS gets your package to the final decision. This is your ultimate guide to the USCIS journey after you hit send. First things first, let's talk about the moment your package arrives at the USCIS lockbox facility. A lockbox isn't your local USCIS office. It's a centralized intake facility managed by a bank. Their job is to handle the initial processing. They open your package, check for the basic required items, like the correct form, the right filing fee, and the necessary signatures. If you paid by check or money order, this is where they cash it. If you paid by credit card, they'll process the payment. This is a crucial first step. A common mistake here is an incorrect fee amount or a missing signature, which can lead to an immediate rejection of your entire application. So, always double-check those details. Once the lockbox confirms everything is in order, they will issue a receipt notice. This is a super important document, officially called Form I-797, Say Notice of Action. It usually arrives in the mail within 2 to 3 weeks after they receive your package, though sometimes it can take longer. This notice is your proof that USCIS has accepted your case for processing. It will contain your unique receipt number, which is your key to tracking your case status online. It also shows the received date, which is the date they officially logged your application, and the notice date. The received date is particularly important as it establishes your place in the processing queue. Keep this notice in a very safe place. You will need it for almost everything related to your case. With your receipt number in hand, you can now become an expert case tracker. Head over to the USCIS website and find the Check Case Status tool. You just enter your receipt number, and it will give you the most recent update on your case. I recommend creating a free USCIS online account. This gives you a more personalized and detailed view of your case history. You can see all the notices sent to you, track your progress, and even receive email or text message updates whenever there's a change in your case status. It's much more convenient than just relying on the public case status tool. Next up for many applicants is the biometrics appointment. This isn't required for every type of petition, but it's very common for applications like adjustment of status, naturalization, and certain work permits. You'll receive another Form I-797C in the mail scheduling your appointment at a local application support center, or ASC. At this appointment, they will take your fingerprints, your photograph, and your digital signature. The purpose is to conduct mandatory background and security checks. The appointment itself is usually quick, maybe 15 to 30 minutes. Make sure you bring the appointment notice and a valid photo ID, like your passport or driver's license. Don't be late, and definitely don't miss it without rescheduling, as that can cause significant delays or even lead to your application being denied. After your biometrics are collected, your file is considered ready for review by a USCIS officer. This is often the longest part of the process, the dreaded waiting game. Your case is assigned to a specific USCIS service center or field office, depending on the type of petition and where you live. An adjudicating officer will eventually pick up your file and begin the substantive review. They will examine all the evidence you submitted to determine if you meet the eligibility requirements for the benefit you're seeking. They're checking your documents, verifying your information, and reviewing the results of your background check. This stage can take months, or in some cases, even years, depending on the visa category and the current backlogs. This is where the online case status case was received and a receipt notice was emailed. Can feel like it has stuck forever. Patience is truly a virtue here. During this review period, you might receive a request for evidence, or RFE. Don't panic. An RFE is not a denial. It simply means the officer needs more information or documentation to make a decision on your case. It could be something as simple as a missing birth certificate or more complex, like needing more proof of a bona fide marriage. The RFE will be very specific about what they need and will give you a deadline to respond. It is absolutely critical that you respond completely and on time. If you don't, your case will likely be denied. If you're unsure how to respond to an RFE, this is a good time to consider consulting with an immigration attorney. A well-prepared RFE response can make all the difference. Similarly, you might get a notice of intent to deny or a no ID. This is more serious than an RFE. It means the officer has found a reason to deny your case, but they are giving you one last chance to convince them otherwise. A no ID will explain the reasons for the potential denial and give you an opportunity to submit new evidence or a legal argument to overcome the issues. Again, you must respond by the deadline. Getting an OID is a critical moment, and seeking professional legal help is highly recommended to craft the strongest possible response for certain types of applications, like marriage-based green cards or asylum. An in-person interview is a mandatory step. You'll receive an interview notice in the mail with the dates, time, and location, which is usually your local USCIS field office. The purpose of the interview is for the officer to verify the information in your application, ask follow-up questions, and assess your credibility. For marriage-based cases, they want to confirm that your marriage is genuine. For naturalization, they will test your knowledge of English and U.S. civics. Preparation is key. Review your entire application package. Organize all your original documents and be ready to answer questions honestly and consistently. The officer will typically make a decision on the spot or shortly after the interview. Finally, the moment of truth arrives. The decision. You will receive a written decision in the mail. If your case is approved, congratulations. You'll get an approval notice. Depending on the benefit, what happens next varies. For a green card, you'll receive the physical card in the mail. For naturalization, you'll be scheduled for an oath ceremony to become a U.S. citizen. For a work permit, the card will be mailed to you. Your online case status will update to case approved or card is being produced. If your case is denied, you'll receive a denial notice explaining the reasons why. It's disappointing, but it's not always the end of the road. The notice will also inform you if you have the right to appeal the decision or file a motion to reopen or reconsider. These options have strict deadlines and complex legal standards, so if you find yourself in this situation, it is crucial to speak with an experienced immigration attorney immediately to understand your options. So, that's the journey of a USCIS petition in a nutshell. It can be long and stressful, but understanding each step can help reduce anxiety. Remember to keep your address updated with USCIS, check your mail regularly, and track your case status online. Thank you for watching, and I hope this guide helps you navigate your immigration journey with more confidence. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more content, and share it with someone who might need it. Best of luck with your case!